Hi, my name is Jared Hux, and I'm a wedding and portrait photographer based out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This weekend, thankfully, I didn't have a wedding, but I did deal with some pretty crazy stuff. So today's vlog is a little different. I want to show you a little bit of footage that I got today while going over to my parents' house in Conway, South Carolina. Now normally this wouldn't be a very special ride into Conway. I only live about 10 minutes outside of downtown, but we just had a huge amount of rainfall and a lot of flooding here in South Carolina. Enough even to have a state of emergency called in South Carolina. We have schools out, we have drowned cars on the side of the road, we have people being found in their cars drowned in larger parts of the state like Charleston and Columbia, where there's terrible, terrible damage. But there's still damage here in the little towns too. Now the house that I'm about to show you I actually grew up in. We moved in there in 1994 when I was 5 years old, and in 1999 when I was 9, Hurricane Floyd came in and we had some serious damage. It was about knee deep inside of the house, and we had my uncle come with his bass boat, tie up to the banister railing on the stairs, and get us out of the house. Pretty crazy day. Anyway, we thought that would never happen again, but it did. And it happened very, very quickly. We woke up Sunday morning not thinking anything was going to be an issue, and then by Sunday night my parents and my little sister were waiting outside of their house in chest deep water, holding their pets above their heads, trying their best not to lose anything. And that's really heartbreaking. I live on the other side of town, and when all the roads were closed down, I had no way to get to my family, and I was pretty freaked out. Anyway, today I had the opportunity to go over there and spend some time with them and kind of assess some of the damage that was inside of the house. It's just crazy how a lot of town looks kind of like this, just kind of wet but not messed up. And knowing what I'm headed to go see just really sucks. Not only is water inside of the house like it has been before, but there's so much water around the house that we ended up having to take kayaks and paddle down the street and into the yards and stuff to be able to get to the house, which is pretty crazy. The electricity's still on, so you can still see everything. Everything still works fine inside of the house, but the entire floor is wet. And not only are you dealing with rain and dirt and things out of people's ditches and yards and all that other stuff, you're dealing with sewers, manholes, storm drains, all these things that are just bubbling up, just junk. So this is my old office where I worked and stuff. I lived at home. And hey, Pop. The floor is basically floating on top of water, which is really crappy. And see? Step on, you can see the air. But yeah, lights are flickering in here. Anyway, once I was with my family, I felt much more at ease, even though we were dealing with some pretty big devastation. And I feel terrible that I wasn't able to help them, but they were able to get most of their things upstairs in the house and not have to deal with too much damage, as much as they could at least. So hopefully hopefully be able to get some things repaired quickly, and they'll be able to get back in their house. Anyway, while we were in the house, they were just getting things that they needed, such as clothing, food, toiletries, those types of things that everybody needs to survive on, things that you don't really think about when you're leaving a house in distress. But they got all those things. We packed them up, put them inside of one of the kayaks, and we floated it out. But it was really crazy to see my mom in rain boots basically going through the laundry, and just I don't know, just it looked like everyday life, except there was, you know, this much water on the floor on top of a wooden floor that was floating and moving all around and crazy stuff. But yeah, this is hard. I don't ever wish this on anyone, and I know that there are a lot of other people that are going through things that are a lot worse than the way my parents' house is. But I hope that maybe some of these photos will just kind of open your eyes to just how much a house can really get damaged. And it's not just photos on a computer screen. It's not just this stupid person who tried to drive through way too deep water in an Accord or something like that. This is serious stuff, and it really, really sucks. I know there are a lot of people hurting, and a lot of people that need help. People that don't have family nearby. People that are stranded and are staying in public shelters with no way to get to their jobs, no cars, nothing, and no idea when they're going to be able to get any type of insurance claim. So this is scary stuff for a lot of people. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and enjoy the rest of these photos. Alright guys, well that's the end of this video. Like I said, if you have the ability to do something to help, make sure you do. There's a lot of people out there hurting and in need, especially here in South Carolina where there's just a ton of damage. But anyway, thanks so much for watching guys. See you next time.